As the summer winds down, as you can tell, I need the school year to wind down. I need summer to start. Families are getting ready for a well-deserved break. We are so close to the end of the school year in my household. I can taste it. And while there's a lot of opportunities for adventure, it also coming with some maybe health and safety concerns. We wanted to learn more about this with Dr. Kedra McNeil. She is a pediatrician at Kaiser Permanente in the East Bay. Can you tell I'm ready for summer vacation to start?
Absolutely, yes.
I
Me
mean,
too.
between
You and me
like
both.
the school projects, the performances, it's just a lot at the moment. We can maybe talk about that later. But as we're about to get into summer, I'm kind of worried about like the summer slump and like now that your kids are not in their routine every day, that they're like going to be like, I'm bored. What can we do?
So no, that's a really, really great point because we want to make sure that during those summer months, the children are still stimulated, they're remaining engaged, and they're not losing the things that they learned during the academic year. Studies have shown that kids can lose up to 40% of all of the academic gains that they earned over the school year during the summer months if they do not remain engaged and stimulated.
Is there like a good percent though that like is okay to be bored and is okay to not be like constantly going? Is that good at all during the summer for kids?
It is because just as you alluded to, just like, as moms, we're ready for a break, the kids are ready for a break and they deserve a little bit of a break too, but there has to be a balance. So you want to make sure that there's that time that's free time, maybe a little bit of screen time, some free play, but then you also want to make sure that kids are doing things that keep their brains going. So whether they are playing with puzzles or they're reading books or they're doing outdoor physical activities, so things that just kind of keep them going a little bit while making sure that they're not just kind of glued to a screen all day for, the 6 to 8 weeks out of the summer vacation.
Yeah, the screen time was my next question. There's got to be like a conversation, a negotiation, some sort of agreement between the parent and the kid about what is a reasonable amount during the summer.
Exactly. So again, like kind of having that conversation early on and trying to plan out some of those activities. If your children are a little bit earlier, are a little bit older, then you can really engage them in the conversation before summer even starts so they know what the expectation is. Like, okay, you guys get an hour of screen time today, hypothetically speaking, but then we're going to do some outdoor activities at a camp, or we're going to go to a museum, or we're going to go to the bookstore, or see what other activities are available. And we're lucky because in the Bay Area, there are so many things that families can take advantage of, regardless of your socioeconomic status. So there are free things as well as things that you can pay for or have a sliding scale based off of your household income.
Yeah. Is it a good idea to try to keep a schedule? Like kids when they're in school, they know they do snack at 9:30 and lunch is at 12 and they have recess right after. Like, should families try to do that when they're taking a break over the summer?
Again, I think it really kind of depends on what your family is planning on doing during the summer months, and really try to make sure that for older kids, you allow them to be engaged in that process. So if you maybe sit down and agree upon, okay, well, today is going to be a little bit more flexible, or tomorrow is going to have a little bit more of a schedule, and so then that way they know what to expect. Just really make sure that when you keep the kids engaged, that you make sure to engage them and stay flexible and not be too rigid, because it's not school. You do want to let them have a little bit of fun, and parents need to have a little bit of a break too, and some family time.
Yeah, I would love to not pack 7 meals before 9 o'clock in the morning at some point this summer. What about sleeping? It's lighter later. There's a lot more fun things to do in the evening, but I feel like my kids still need a good amount of sleep. Trying to keep like a good sleep schedule would be important.
Yes, it is, because even though they're not having to get up for school or get up for a scheduled activity in the morning, that sleep is the time when children are growing, they're kind of refreshing themselves, so they need to get that rest for their bodies. So at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep for older kids, for your little ones, 10 to 12 hours of sleep. So that sleep is still really important and crucial. So maybe just kind of pushing back bedtime a little bit and then pushing back wake up time. So then that way you make sure that they're still nice and rested and not grouchy in the morning.
What's your number one advice that you give your patients when they come in and they're saying, I'm hitting summer? What do you really want parents and kids to do to like stay safe and healthy and not, fall back?
Yeah, so one thing that I really try to tell my patients to do and tell the kids to do when they're older is to make sure that they do have some of these other activities in mind so that when it comes time for summer to start in has actually ended, they've already kind of got some things lined up. So whether those be some of the activities that we talked about before, or whether the family's going to be going on a vacation together, maybe having some things already prepared to take on them for that road trip or for that trip on the plane, and really just emphasizing the importance of just not kind of vegging out all summer long on the screen. I think that is the key take-home message that I want to make sure that everybody really takes with them. A little bit of screen time is okay, but just not all day, every day for the whole summer.
Yeah, read a book, get outside, have some ice cream. Sounds
Right.
good. Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. Kedra McNeil, a pediatrician at Kaiser. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, school is ending. Summer is